My goal in life is honest expression. It's not necessarily a finish line or an accrual of a certain amount of money. I've always found myself in such a great position and had such a great opportunity to care for the people around me and offer a little bit of joy and passion to someone. That's what life's all about. My outlet's food. My name is Stephan Bogardus, and I'm the executive chef of the Halyard Restaurant at Soundview, Greenport. So I'm born and raised on the North Fork. I graduated from Madison High School. I was raised in Cutchogue my whole life. Every year in the fall, after the potatoes would get dug by the tractors, we'd go into the fields and we'd dig potatoes. And my mom would pick us up from elementary school, my brother and I, and we'd stop by Farmer Mike's in Southold or Krupski's and buy green beans. Like, I grew up like washing vegetables and peeling corn and like celery with dirt on it. So the idea about food being delivered to you in a bag or going out to the grocery store and seeing it was a bit of an abstraction for me. And so I think that from the time that it was a young age, I was really like dialed into the culture and the seasonality in the North Fork. So at the Halyard Restaurant at Soundview, Greenport, I kind of do what I know how to do best and try to cook the best food that my team and I can. One of the things that we like to say is that we think about having one hand in the sea and one hand on the earth. We like to focus on the seasons. Of course, our tomatoes never see the refrigerator, as it really speaks to the phenomenal and passionate people in the agricultural sector on the North Fork. People like Ira Haspel, Michelle Hart at Deep Roots, person after person that really make this community hum. And we have a really great opportunity to celebrate the work. I leave my phone on airplane mode till 9 o'clock in the morning. I have solid meditation practice and yoga, and like I enjoy taking that time for yourself to restore. At 9 o'clock, I click my phone on, and that's usually like, it's like the can of worms starts. I start by setting the line. That's the most important part. We have a prep list that's listed from the night before. Service starts at 12 o'clock. I generally work AM saute until my PM crew comes in. Service starts for dinner, 5 o'clock. We go till 9 o'clock. I generally wait till the last ticket's order is in the kitchen before I go home. I live in Cutchogue with my wife. I like to try to be home for dinner. We eat late and we share a meal together, and it's really important. We eat simple. It's usually like a big salad. We don't have a TV or cable. We just kind of like do our thing and rest and talk about the day and try to connect as much as possible. So there's a couple things that I'm really excited about on the menu. One of which is a dish that I've been doing for a number of years called the whole beet salad. And it's where we take the beet root and we roast it for a long period of time till it's nice and tender. We take the stem of the beet and chop it and then pickle it, so it adds a little bit of acidity. And we have the leaf, which we clean and chiffonade raw. This all gets tossed in crumbled pistachios and pistachio oil with quinoa and goat cheese. And then we shave a little bit of raw beetroot on top. And of course, the fish is just endless. The striped bass we're doing right now with herb pistou. So it's like French version of pesto without any nuts or cheese in it. So it's just a puree of really great fresh herbs, along with oven roasted cherry tomatoes and sauteed squash with a little bit of wild rice. And we just pan roast the striped bass and go on top. It's just like, it's really like summer on a plate. And I think that there's a really great process that happens on the North Fork. There's such an integration with nature. The earth comes to life at the same time that the community swells. And it's busy, it's hot, it's fast paced, there's lots of people, and then there's like this awesome food, and there's just tomatoes everywhere, and like you see the apple and you remember the radish, so like your past is behind you and you're looking ahead, but you're like, wow, this tomato's really special. There's this real alignment with Mother Nature and the connection to the earth that I think the North Fork mimics unlike any other place. If I could just add one thing that like I think is super duper important is like, I cannot stress saying thank you enough, and like the amount of gratitude that I have to the community, past, present, and future, who have been able to make my career what it is and to help other people out who are at different stages of the game, whether it's artists or musicians, whatever your expression is, being part of the community, like thank you so much for showing up for yourself and being able to give back to other people. Because again, I think that's one of like the really special aspects is like the amount of gratitude, appreciation, and love that I have for this community is like, I feel like it's more than it was yesterday, and like there's a good chance tomorrow it's gonna be a little bit more. And like, I don't know how it keeps going, but it's just super bullish.